Y&R Spoilers Friday, April 4th, revealing the secret war, the mystery of Tucker, Victor, and Audra. In the world of intrigue and dark plots on the young and the restless, Victor Newman has always been a powerful figure, with the ability to manipulate events in ways few could have predicted. Now, when secrets involving Tucker McCall and Aristotle Dumas begin to emerge, Victor comes up with a bold strategy, cleverly placing people in positions that have only one outcome: finding the truth, no matter how dangerous it may be. Victor and Lily, a calculated alliance. Victor has always known how to use those around him to achieve his goals. While Lily Winters was already an important ally in the Newman family, she has now become a powerful tool in Victor's campaign. Although Lily has some doubts about Victor's actions, she can't deny that the information he provides always brings new perspectives on potential threats. Recently, when signs showed that Tucker McCall might be the one behind the alias Aristotle Dumas, a person who could pose a serious threat to Newman and Jabot, Victor decided to share this information with Lily. However, Victor did not stop at simply warning Lily about the danger from Tucker, but also encouraged her not to trust Damien, the head of Aristotle. In Victor's mind, not only Tucker but Damien were also pawns in a game he was playing. Victor's goal was clear: how to get Lily to leave relationships that could hinder his plans. Whether Lily chose to trust him or not, Victor kept pushing her in the direction he thought was right. The intelligence Victor provides Lily is not without merit, and this makes Lily feel more responsible in deciding who to trust. But is Victor really protecting the Newman family, or is he just creating a network to lure Tucker and Aristotle out of hiding? Audra, the woman in the spotlight while Victor is secretly manipulating Lily. Another character that cannot be ignored in this war is Audra Charles. As a woman with great influence in the complicated relationships between families in Genoa City, Audra always holds secrets that many of them do not want to reveal. In an exchange with Holden Novak, Audra provided information about Damien Dumas, and this was not overlooked. Damien, who always believed that keeping secrets was his strongest weapon, could not forgive Audra. He would definitely seek her out to confront her about what she had revealed. Audra, with her sharp and cunning nature, did not hesitate to accept this challenge. She was not one to be easily defeated, and if necessary, she would clarify things tactfully, maintaining the upper hand in every conversation. However, what surprised Audra was another invitation from Victor Newman himself. Although it was unclear whether Victor wanted to interrogate her about Tucker McCall, she knew that when Victor Newman summoned his friend, things would not be simple. If that was the case, Audra would likely face harsh questions from the most powerful man in Genoa City, who was not afraid to reveal dark secrets if it would benefit his plans. Tucker McCall, the imposter Aristotle? For Victor, the possibility that Tucker McCall was behind Aristotle Dumas was no coincidence. Tucker has had too many connections to dark forces in the past, and Victor can't help but suspect that he may be carrying out a larger plot to destroy the Newman family and take over Jabot. No one knows better than Victor the ruthlessness and power that Tucker can wield. Tucker has been a formidable opponent of Newman Enterprises in the past, and now, when signs point to him being the man behind the Aristotle alias, Victor is determined to find out the truth. With his excellent intelligence-gathering skills, Victor has begun to delve deeper into Tucker's investigation, while also using other sources to confirm his suspicions. A confrontation between Victor and Tucker seems inevitable, and at this point, no one can predict how Tucker will react. The appearance of a big name like Tucker in a bloody power play like this only adds to the tension in the story. Audra and the unexpected invitations. With all the complicated relationships going on, Audra feels like things are getting out of hand. She realizes that, no matter how hard she tries to stay quiet and avoid confrontation, the secrets she holds are becoming more dangerous than ever. Especially when unexpected invitations from Victor and Damien force her to face the truth she can't escape. Audra knows that once she enters this game, she will not be able to back out easily. The decisions she makes will not only affect herself, but also the fate of those around her, including Holden, Damien, and possibly Tucker. A tension is building inside Audra, as she knows that anyone can become an enemy, but she also realizes that nothing is irreversible in a world where greed and power always prevail. Conclusion: an unfinished war. This war is taking place silently but full of tension. Each character, from Victor to Lily, from Audra to Damien and Tucker, is playing a game whose outcome no one can predict. Can Victor maintain control in this war, or will the appearance of others make things more chaotic? One thing's for sure, in the world of the young and the restless, no one can really trust anyone, and no one knows how this story will end. The secret war between power manipulators. Victor, Lily, Audra, Tucker, and Damien. In the intertwined world of power and secrecy on the young and the restless, the hidden confrontations between key characters are constantly growing. Each character has a unique vision, a goal, and a unique approach to achieving what they want, but in a game as high stakes as this, things don't always go according to plan. This war is not only a fight for survival for the Newman and Jabot families, but also a confrontation between secrets hidden behind smiles and easy words. This time, important chess pieces are moving, and Victor Newman's machinations will make everyone rethink loyalty and trust. Victor and Lily, a calculating alliance. Victor Newman, always known for his sharp intellect and ability to manipulate the forces around him, has never let anyone threaten his family. While the Newman family has faced many challenges in the past, this time, what Victor is facing seems more complicated and dangerous than ever. The biggest threat comes from Tucker McCall, who Victor suspects may be impersonating Aristotle Dumas, a shady alias, with the goal of sabotaging Newman Enterprises and Jabot. With this information, Victor knows that he cannot fight this war alone. Therefore, he decides to share this intelligence with Lily Winters, whom he sees as a potential ally in protecting the Newman family. Lily, despite having clashed with Victor on several issues, cannot deny that he always has a point when it comes to strategic decisions. So she begins to think about the information Victor has provided, realizing that there may be more to his words. In order to maintain his advantage, Victor tries to convince Lily that Damien Dumas may be part of a conspiracy orchestrated by Aristotle Dumas. She is encouraged to be wary of Damien, whom she once thought of as an ally, but who may be the greatest threat to them. Victor, with his controlling nature, continues to pressure Lily, urging her not only to side with him but also to undermine what Damien is building. However, no matter how he convinces Lily, Victor has another goal in mind than simply turning her against Damien. Part of Victor's plan is to lure Aristotle, or possibly Tucker McCall, out of hiding. This information is more than just a warning, it is a strategic move in the game of power that Victor is playing. Audra, the woman of conspiracy. Audra Charles, who has a close relationship with both Tucker and Damien, is now a key figure in this war. She is not someone who can be easily manipulated, but in a world where every relationship can be exploited, Audra is at a crucial crossroads. During a conversation with Holden Novak, Audra accidentally reveals important information about Damien, causing him to look at her with suspicion. Damien, who knows better than anyone the importance of keeping secrets, certainly cannot forgive Audra. Therefore, it is no surprise that a confrontation between Damien and Audra becomes inevitable. Audra, after all, is a smart and cunning person. She will not be easily forced into a weak position, and if Damien wants to ask something, she is ready to counterattack by asking him directly. She knows that if she can find out the truth about what Damien is hiding, she will be able to use it to protect herself and gain an advantage in this game of power. However, Audra is not only facing Damien. Another danger is also waiting for her. Victor Newman, who always has secret strategies and dark schemes, has also set his sights on Audra. Will Victor summon Audra to interrogate her about Tucker, or will he simply create a situation to extract information about her former boss? Audra cannot help but worry about this unexpected invitation, because she knows that once she is drawn into this game, things will not be simple. Tucker McCall, the imposter Aristotle? For Victor, suspecting Tucker McCall as the person behind the alias Aristotle is not a coincidence. Tucker is a person who has too many connections with dark forces in the past. From the very beginning of his career, Tucker did not hesitate to use any means to achieve his goals, regardless of whether the means were legal or not. In the world of powerful men, assuming a famous alias like Aristotle Dumas was Tucker's next step in his plan to destroy his rivals. Victor, with his excellent intelligence, began to track Tucker down. Step by step, he investigated Tucker's connection with Aristotle, finding suspicious points in Tucker's dealings and meetings. Victor didn't just want to confront Tucker, he also wanted to prove that the Newman family could deal with any conspiracy, and that no one could destroy his empire. Unexpected invitation, what should Audra do? With all that was going on, Audra felt like she was being drawn into a war that she had no control over. Victor's invitation was something she couldn't refuse, but she also realized that once she was in this game, she wouldn't be able to get out easily. The questions Victor might ask would make Audra rethink her relationships, especially her relationship with Tucker and Damien. The big question is, can Audra keep her past and the information she knows about Tucker and Damien a secret, or will she be forced to confront the truth? Her anxious predictions about the future will likely force her to make important decisions, and these decisions may determine her fate in this power struggle. Conclusion: the power game has no end in sight in the world of the young and the restless, things change by the minute. Relationships, strategies, and intrigues are constantly evolving, and no one can be sure what will happen next. Victor, Lily, Audra, Tucker, and Damien are all involved in a dangerous game where there is no room for weakness or hesitation. Who will win? And can the characters maintain their integrity and loyalty in a world full of temptation and betrayal? All that remains to be seen in the next episodes of this dramatic story. Tracy and the challenging decisions of Genoa City, secrets, tensions, and life-saving choices. Genoa City has always been a place of intrigue and heartbreaking truths, but what is happening in Tracy Abbott's life seems to have gone beyond the bounds of any ordinary secrets. Faced with the turmoil of her relationship with Alan Laurent, who Tracy is not really sure is Martin Laurent, his supposedly dead brother, she will have to make decisions that will have a huge impact not only on her but also on the loved ones in the Abbott family. Tracy, with a vulnerable heart and a thoughtful mind, is facing one of the most difficult situations of her life. Not only does she struggle with her own sense of fear and uncertainty about the truth behind the name Alan Laurent, but she also faces an increasingly clear threat from Diane Jenkins, a woman who is astute and has a knack for spotting hidden secrets. Tracy and her conversation with Diane Jenkins, truth or lie? Diane Jenkins, one of the most important figures in Tracy's life, is interested in what's going on around her. Diane has recently delicately interrogated Tracy at GCAC. She's not one to be fooled, and she'll definitely not hesitate to find out if Tracy is hiding something. Tracy, sensing that Diane may know about the concerns she's harboring, feels caught between protecting her secret and seeking comfort. Tracy has always been one to keep her thoughts and feelings to herself, but this time, she may have to break that habit. If she decides to open up to Diane, she may find a confidant, someone who can help her balance her rationality and her emotions. The big question is whether Tracy will dare to share with Diane her suspicions about Alan and Martin Laurent. Will she be able to reveal that what she thinks about her relationship with Alan is causing her to lose control? She cannot be sure about this man, and if she is faced with the painful truth that she has been deceived, will she find comfort in a friend like Diane? However, this decision is not easy. Tracy has always considered Diane an old friend from the past, but she also knows that Diane never leaves anything out. Diane will likely be very thorough in her investigation and will not miss any signs that Tracy accidentally reveals. Tracy's caution towards Diane may be a major factor in her choice to share her secret or not. Pressure from Victor Newman, warnings and advice at the same time. Tracy cannot avoid the attention of Victor Newman, a powerful and scheming man. If in the past, Victor was always concerned about the decisions of family members, this time, his concern for Tracy may go beyond the usual. Victor is someone who always sees potential risks in situations that others may not notice, and with his sensitivity, he may have noticed that something is wrong with Tracy's relationship with Alan. Victor warns Lily Winters, and this warning may lead to a series of events in Tracy's life. She cannot simply ignore the warning from someone like Victor. Although he does not directly confront Tracy, Victor's presence in this story will never be accidental. Will Tracy be able to overcome her anxiety about what is about to happen? Tracy's decision, is it a trap from which there is no escape? Tracy can't deny that she's in a very difficult situation. She's tried to keep things calm, but the more she tries to avoid the truth, the more she's drawn into a vicious cycle. Tracy will have to decide whether she can continue to keep her concerns to herself. She worries that the trap she's set for herself may not be such a good idea. Tracy may have been too confident in her ability to control the situation, but now, faced with Ellen and the secrets that have yet to be revealed, she feels like things are slipping away from her. In a moment of ups and downs, Tracy realizes that her decisions have led her to this point. Each of her previous choices, keeping quiet about the truth, avoiding facing the complexities of her relationship with Alan, or hiding her suspicions, had created a situation from which she could not turn back. Tracy felt as if she were on the brink of an unbearable truth. Tracy's final choices, will change happen? Tracy can't believe she's faced with these choices. She's confused and uncertain about sharing her secret with Diane. If she opens up to Diane, she might find comfort, but Diane might also realize that she's hiding something much bigger. Is the trap she's created for herself an inescapable one? Tracy will finally have to ask herself if she can find peace within herself. Will she be able to face the truth and the dangers that lie ahead? The decisions Tracy makes will not only affect her, but could change the lives of the Abbott family forever. The tension in Genoa City has never been more apparent. Tracy is at a crucial crossroads, and each choice will lead to unforeseen consequences.